welcome back to some more spooky videos. We watch a lot of horror stuff on this channel, and I come across a channel that may just be the scariest one yet. And that is because the videos that we're watching are supposedly real recorded videos, unedited, unfiltered, untinkered with at all. Now, I will put on my detective cap, turn into Sherlock Holmes, and try to get to the bottom of these videos to find out if what is going on in these videos actually does feel anomalous in any way. But with that being said, let's go ahead and check them out.
In the following video, a man named Nick is taking care of his sick grandmother when one night he sees this.
Already I'm freaked out, by the way. I'm sussed out. Why is the grandma wearing a gown like that? That's got horror movie written all over it. I didn't know grandmas actually wear clothes like that. I thought that was just a movie thing. It'd be a shame if there was a big breeze.
Now, it's important to note that Nick's grandma has Alzheimer's, which often causes her to stand around and see things that don't appear to be there. But as she stands there, something happens that Nick can't explain. While taking this video, this is captured.
Yeah, if she just like snaps her head our way, that's weird. All right. I shouldn't move at all. Yo. Okay, see, like, things like that makes me feel like whatever's going on could be real. Like, on one hand, I'm like, bro, there's no, like, why is this guy just filming random stuff? Like, it seems staged. As far as the background music goes, I'm pretty sure that's the guy who actually made this video, Bizarre Bub. So I think like that sort of production of the video isn't in the actual raw video. But when you get a dog involved, that is a tell for me that makes it feel so real, because you can't really train a dog to stare at somebody and just start growling. Like, they have their own instincts, unless it's like an actor dog. I think actor dogs exist, but like, do I believe this dog is that? Yo, and low-key, look, there's like a handle right here on the wall. I've never seen that before. I can only imagine that that is for the grandma to like, or is that a door? I think that's a door. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what that is. Why would there be a door there? Either way, I was thinking like it could be some sort of mechanism to help the grandma pull herself up. I don't know, whatever. If it was, it would legitimize the grandma like actually having dementia and actually struggling to get around the house. Anyway, let's continue. I mean, you can't just train your dog to do that though. Is that a Roomba? Okay, maybe the dog probably doesn't like the Roomba. Like, maybe it always growls at the Roomba. I guess that makes sense. Oh, Jesus!
Apparently, something that was on top of the fridge had fallen over. It falls all of a sudden.
Now, normally in these videos, I don't think that there's jump scares. I don't know if that really counts as a jump scare, but it got me. It got me. And this is one of those instances where I don't know if I believe that because it wasn't on camera. Like, he was panned down, zoomed in. There could have just been somebody up there that dropped something on the floor. You know, I need more proof. I need more evidence that whatever happened there actually was more like of a ghost than what I see there.
Which Nick says is made creepier by the fact that his grandmother's dog was growling. But this incident gets a whole lot strange when Nick shows what exactly fell from the fridge. Take a look.
Alright, so this is in response to last night. My grandma loves to collect little figurines. One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night. You see how far back they are? Genuinely.
If the mini statue was sitting far back on the fridge, then just how exactly did it tip over? Nick has no clue, but after watching this clip many times, he notices something pretty freaky.
Honestly, I'm a bit in disbelief.
Hang on real quick as well. What I will say, now that like I have a better understanding of the layout of the house,
notices something.
The fridge is right to the left here and there's nowhere to like hide in there. So I don't know how someone could have dropped it unless I guess they could have been standing on top of like the cabinets and then dropped it from there. That's the only way.
Pretty freaky.
Honestly, I'm a bit in disbelief. No, I'm pretty sure it's just a plug-in charger. I brought my girlfriend Claire here so she can help demonstrate. But can you try to step in front of that? And so it just does that. Move away. So that comment says that the Roomba doesn't do that unless someone's in front of it. My question is, like...
It just did it! It just did it again! It literally just did it again! Look, it just did it again! Look. Boom, right there, it just moved right back. It moved backwards right there. I think he's gonna try to claim that there was a ghost that it kept bumping into and going back and forth, but it literally just did it right there.
It is like, he is kind of creepy with a smiley face and everything. Even when it gets to the edge, it does that.
Now looking back at Nick's video, one can see that the Roomba does the same back and forth motion as if someone were standing in front of it.
I guess that is pretty weird though, I can't lie.
What exactly was in its way? To Nick, the Roomba might have been sensing something. Now this is where things started.
Whoa. Okay, I see what he's saying. That there was like some sort of, let's just say ghost, I don't know really, some sort of spirit or whatever there that was bumping the Roomba and then maybe grabbed the thing and dropped it. Obviously we can't see it because it's a ghost. That would be insane though.
Get pretty creepy, because ever since then, Nick has been feeling immensely uneased by the kitchen space. Considering that his grandmother has no other TV in the house except here, he has no choice but to watch near the kitchen. But one night, while watching alone, this happens.
There's more stuff that happened?
So, I was watching my show, and after last night, I'm definitely not leaving these lights on. But I was watching my show, and
now there's 2 dogs. He's recruited the pack. You know what? I do actually think that this is even more evidence that this could be real. Now, I'm not going to declare that it's 100% real, but now the fact that there's 2 dogs staring at this thing, that is very suspicious. Some people do say that dogs or pets in general, animals in general, can see things that humans can't, as far as like entities that humans can't see. Which is why they'll end up staring at certain things for a prolonged period of time. They'll bark at things that we don't even see or whatever. And now that there's 2, like maybe the first incident was like just one crazy dog that is a psycho. But now that there's 2 dogs staring at the exact same thing, that's pretty crazy. They're staring at the same thing that is not even there, to our eyes at least. I'm starting to believe it, guys. I go into all of these videos not believing going into it, but now it's tough to deny. Like, what are they looking at? How do you can't really train your dog to just stare at something like that. Unless, like, the only thing I can think of is someone is, like, in the corner of the room right here, like, on their hands and knees, like, going, you know? Or, like, maybe dangling some treats. I don't know. I don't know how they're doing that.
There's
so
no
weird, man.
To explain the dogs' behavior. Both dogs are staring at something, even though nothing is there. And it's the fact that they're looking at the kitchen that makes this even more unsettling. Now, it's worth noting that Nick's grandpa, who passed away last year, had once told Nick that he thought he'd seen his grandmother standing in the kitchen one night with the lights off. But apparently, he was wrong, because after looking closely, no one was there. It's for this reason, among others, that Nick is scared of the kitchen. But this wouldn't be the final reason, because on the same night he recorded this,
there's more?
The following happens. After putting away—
Yo, I'm already pretty much sold, I can't lie. Like, I don't know if I genuinely believe in ghosts or multi-dimensional entities, you know, coming to Earth or whatever it might be. Like, I don't know if I believe all that stuff, but these videos, they're hard to deny, and they kind of do make me believe. But it's one of those things that's like, if you don't experience it yourself, it's hard to believe it. And I've never really personally experienced anything like that before, so it's tough. It's tough for me to believe, but I'm trying.
The dogs, he immediately films again after being startled by the ice maker, which was going off at this time. But as he records, this happens. Watch.
Oh my god, that is a loud ice maker, bro. Just don't jump scare me again. Whoa. I thought I saw my grandma standing there. No way. I don't see anything. The Roomba actually scared me coming out of the dark. Okay. Is the Roomba ever off? They got this thing on 24/7. I feel like if it bumped into the grandma, that'd be a hazard. Yo, it's just beelining it right towards him. It's beelining it right at him. Oh my god. Yo. Nah, that's weird. It's literally just charging wherever he goes. I mean, there's probably a way. There's gotta be a way to, like, take over the controls of the Roomba, though, right? Like, maybe someone's on a controller controlling it. That would make a lot of sense to me. I feel like that's probably possible. I'm gonna look it up after this video. To see if it's possible to do that. That'd actually be kind of fun to control your own Roomba. And is something else about to happen? How long? Like, I feel like we got the point, you know? How is this clip gonna keep going? It's gonna have to show us something else. Because we get it at this point. Nah. What? Nah, there ain't no way. There's no way. There's no way he just did a flip. It just did a kickflip. Imagine the ghost is, like, riding on the Roomba and he does his own kickflip. That'd be kind of hilarious. Yo, what is that though? Like, I need to rewind that because there's no way that should be physically possible. I'm trying to see if there's any, like, string or something that maybe someone pulls as the Roomba goes over it. Like, there's no physical way that would be possible without someone, like... Let me see. I'm playing this in very, very, very slow motion. Hang on a minute. I don't see anything that would indicate, like, a foreign entity touching it. Bro, what is this video? This is freaking me out.
Jesus!
Somehow, after just following Nick around the living room, the Roomba flips over. Despite there being nothing in its path, it does a complete 180 as if someone or something had forcefully turned it over. Freaked out, Nick stops recording and immediately shares the video online after posting the previous one. And like before, many comments point out things that he didn't notice initially. For one, the Roomba was already acting strange earlier, unlike before.
Oh wait, I forgot to look up if you can control a Roomba. Can you manually control a Roomba? Whether or not you can manually control a Roomba depends on the model. Modern Wi-Fi connected Roombas generally cannot be steered like an RC car via the app. However, there are a few ways to command or steer them depending on the model you have. Is there a way that we can know what model this guy has? I have no idea how I'm supposed to figure that out. But it seems like the newer Roombas and generally Roombas cannot be steered, it says. If this one is being steered, it has to be a very specific Roomba. That's insane, bro. This thing is freaking me out more and more.
The mini Hoover was moving in a straight path, which is uncommon for vacuums of this kind to do. And second, it didn't pause and turn around when it sensed the stair's edge. Earlier, we can see the Roomba doing just that, but here, it doesn't. If what occurred before hadn't disturbed Nick, then surely this incident has. Not much else has happened since then. But for now, like most videos, this one remains a mystery.
That's so weird. That's so weird. What do you guys think? Is that real or no? Am I getting got? Because if that's fake, I think I got God. I think I have just been gotten. Because I kind of believe all of that.
Now the following video comes from a mother who's been sharing every moment of her daughter's life.
That's way too many toys, by the way. Way too many toys. First of all, spoiled child. Second of all, very creepy. To have that many, like, plushies and dolls in the house, that's just insanely creepy, I can't lie. There's something about dolls they just don't sit right with me. I don't like them.
Her entire account is devoted to her only child, a daughter that she thought she would never have after multiple failed pregnancies. To Gabby, the mother, Regina was a miracle. And so, from videos of her as a baby to footage of Regina's first day of school, Gabby has captured all the smallest moments in Regina's life.
Okay, now I feel bad for saying that she's spoiled because this is her only child that she's wanted for a while and it feels special to her. All right, my bad. Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad.
However, out of all the videos on this page, a select few have left many viewers baffled. It all started with the series of videos that Gabby took when Regina was a baby.
And this is another very good example, I think, of where, like in the last video, I said you can't really train dogs to pretend like there's something there. Kind of similar thing with babies. You can't really train babies to pretend that there's a, you know, somebody in the room or a ghost or whatever it may be. You can't really make a baby pretend. I've actually heard some theories that a lot of dog brains are like structured in a way similar to babies, where they're not like fully developed, and that allows them to see into alternate dimensions or see, you know, entities that your brain kind of, as it grows and develops, pushes that side of its vision and understanding of the three-dimensional world out. But babies, because their brain isn't developed yet, they're able to see those different creatures. I don't know if I believe that. I'm just saying that's a theory out there.
During this time, she would often crawl to one hallway inside her house and just stare at it. Now, this wouldn't be so strange if it weren't for the fact that she would continue to do this throughout the years. Just like when she was a baby, she still to this day stares at this hallway for no apparent reason.
Vámonos ya. Vente, mi amor. Vente. Vamos a...
From playing a game of tag by herself to blowing kisses at the hallway, Regina behaves as though she's playing with one of her friends. It goes without saying, but she may have an imaginary friend.
That is
But to
weird,
Gabby,
man.
This may not be the case, because as of recent, this was captured.
¿Qué pasó? Ay, Dios, ahora sí me asusté. ¿Qué pasó? Ay, Regina.
Nah, bro.
Mira, apunta para allá. ¿Qué, mi amor? Vámonos. ¿Qué, mi amor?
Yo, chill. Yo. Stop
¿Qué
doing
pasó?
that.
Ven, amor.
She can't
Ven,
even
amor.
talk
Ven.
yet.
Venga, mi niña. It's okay.
Whatever it is, I guess it can't be too scary because the kid would be crying, right? The kid would see it and be like, oh, that's a scary, insidious looking man. I'm gonna cry now because I'm scared of it. But she's not crying. She's kind of just like pointing to it, like, look at that thing over there. But I guess it could be a scary looking thing that she has seen since a baby, so she's used to it and not really scared of it anymore. Could also be that.
Like before, Regina has been acting differently towards the hallway. Gabby's most recent videos involving the hallway show Regina being creeped out, and not a single video appears to show why that is. Or at least, not to Gabby's knowledge. It wasn't until recently that many people started to comment on a certain video that she randomly took one night. It was a short clip of her daughter doing her nightly routine. But according to viewers, if you look closely, you'll notice what it is that's been scaring Regina. This is what she caught.
Día número 19, intentando...
Music replaced due to copyright, okay. Alright, seems like a normal video. I don't know why she's publishing all of these online, to be honest. I get the whole recording it. Because, you know, when the kid gets older, it'll be fun for them to look back at... Whoa, I missed that. I don't understand the whole, like, posting this on, like, publicly type thing. Anyway, what just happened here? What? That looked like her arm caused a shadow.
What was meant to be just a fun little video turns into something terrifying. Inside a closet, a shadow-like figure quickly passes, and it happens right after Regina points at it. No one else was home, which would have otherwise explained it. After reading the comments, Gabby checks the closet space and finds nothing. If the space is clear, then what was this? Although she doesn't know, viewers have an idea. This may be, as they believe, the thing that Regina has been so afraid of. She even points at it like she always does with the hallway. Although
no, I don't agree with that.
Regina has been
like,
so afraid of.
She's not even looking that way. There's no way she knows that thing is there. Okay, that does actually kind of look like she knows exactly what she's doing now. Yo, that's weird. Like, she looks at her mom and points that way. And she has like a concerning look on her face.
She always does with the hallway. Although not sure what to think, Gabby remains concerned. But then one night, in a different video, she records something that makes her extremely uneasy. While filming her daughter in the kitchen, this happens.
Cuando le encuentras un miedo a tu
I was gonna say the last clip that we saw could have been like a lighting bug, honestly. What?
Like previously, a passing shadow is seen, but this time in the same space as Gabby and her daughter. This figure, whatever it might have been, passes from one side to the other before seemingly disappearing. If no one else was home, as Gabby states, then who was this? It's hard to say, and it doesn't help that neither Gabby nor Regina had noticed it. Given all that's happened,
This might be me looking into it too much, and I may be, I'll be honest, but it doesn't really feel like a human to me. Like, it was almost too smooth. You don't really see any arms swaying. It just looks like an entity that's kind of just brushing from right to left. But I think if it was a human, like, we'd be able to
and it doesn't help
pick
that
up
neither
on
Gabby
something
nor Regina had noticed it.
that makes it
Given all
look
that's
more
happened,
human.
The question arises, just who or what was caught on camera?
That's
has yet to
weird,
know,
man.
but
That's
she continues to
weird.
be on the lookout for any strange recordings she accidentally captures. Until then, she has no explanation for this or her daughter's sudden fear of the hallway.
Man, I don't know. Yo, low-key, I think that this is 2 for 2, that I believe it. Is that bad? Am I too gullible? Maybe I'm just too gullible, I don't know. But I do feel like that this is like those first 2 videos I low-key believe. I don't know.
On July 10th of 2025, a security camera inside a house begins to record after sensing motion in the living room. This camera only records whenever movement is detected. The thing is though, no one is home.
Okay, that's pretty weird.
No one is around, or at least no person is. Although the man who lives here wasn't home at this time, his dog was. And so, upon receiving this notification, he ignores it. But unbeknownst to him, this motion-activated recording would capture something deeply unsettling at that moment. Ever since then, his dog hasn't been the same.
Well,
This
aw,
is
poor
what was
puppy,
caught.
what happened? Sounds like knocking on the door, someone walking upstairs or something. Oh, his dog's looking out the window. Okay. What the heck? Yo. Yo. Bro, what? Yo, nah, that just gave me the chills. Like, here's the thing though, like, AI is so crazy, this low-key could be an AI video, and I don't think that I would know. But let's just assume it's real. Let's just assume that the video itself is an authentic video. How do we explain this? I don't know. And this is the 3rd video in a row where I'm gonna, like, say a similar thing, which is that you can't really get dogs to act. Like, for example, if this was like a 15-year-old person who, like, understands acting and, like, you tell them, oh, I want you to do this and this and this to create a video, that, like, they could do that, obviously. But you can't do that with a dog, which makes me feel like it's real. Bro, it looked like he sneezed something out at the end. What I will say, the first time the dog, like, stepped back from the window, it did seem like he went like, which I don't speak dog, but I've had dogs growing up, and I believe that means, like, they smelled something like they didn't want to smell, and it's like, ugh, it's like in their nose, like, ugh. Like if a dog gets skunked, for example, that's kind of a similar reaction they'll have. So my only guess here is that, you know, maybe someone walking by the window is like an evil person and, like, sprayed them with, I don't know, fart spray, for example, just something disgusting that is in his sinuses now that he needs to get out.
Footage, the owner has been making sure to never leave his dog alone. As he states, something had messed with this dog. Now it's worth noting that his dog is okay and is only slightly frazzled. In the footage, we can see him looking at something that doesn't appear to be there, as the owner believes something was agitating him.
It looks like he has to
Whatever
sneeze.
it was, according to him, had
Right?
to be responsible for
Maybe.
yanking off his dog's collar. Now,
Oh my god, that was his collar that came off.
of course, it could be that his dog had simply shaken off his own neckband, but this wouldn't make sense according to him because the collar has no way of coming off easily unless someone removes it. Given that this never happened before, the owner can't help but think that something paranormal occurred
Aw,
here.
the poor puppy
But as
got so
always,
scared.
I'll let you be the judge on that. Just what exactly had taken place during this recording?
Yo,
Let me know your
I
thoughts on
don't
this
know. I don't know. But that's another good point that I kind of just made accidentally. The dog looks scared as well. Like it doesn't, like the way it walked away, it seemed very frightened and shaken up. Which, if it just had a sneeze, obviously it would be scared about sneezing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm too gullible. I don't know. But I don't know how any of these are fake, and I'm not really sure what to believe. These are insane. All right, what else we got?
Now, this next video was submitted to me by Captain Scorpio, who says that he found this on Instagram. But strangely, the account from which the video originated is no longer there. Although its disappearance is pretty strange, the video itself is by far the strangest. In it, two women appear to be hiking on a secluded trail when they stumble across a metal hatch.
Watch there be nothing. Oh.
Although hesitant at
Is
first,
that a hatch and
they
hatch?
proceed to open up this hatch. After all, they know it's just a water cistern and not something else they should be cautious about. But perhaps they should have, because it's what happens next that turns this video into the stuff of nightmares. This is what they caught.
Is that glass?
It's plexiglass. I f***ing heard noises.
Dude, f***ing do it.
Ugh. Do you hear it echoing?
We have to do it now.
Yeah, that is scary.
Holy
That plexiglass, by the way, was so dirty that it makes me feel like it's been untouched for a long time, right? Like it was completely covered in dirt and sticks and soot and stuff.
Are you?
This is insane.
Yo, how big is that place? No!
In my backpack. Go get the flashlight. It's in the top.
Neither of them noticed it, but when looking down, a face can be seen. Despite being quite dark, someone or something appears. It's brief, but whatever had been there is caught on camera. Now,
How
the
do they
video
not
cuts
see
when one
it?
of them goes to get a flashlight. It's assumed that they didn't see anything afterwards, because in a follow-up video, they never mentioned the face that was captured.
I'm Mackenzie. I think I'm the sacrifice.
Like, water cistern? It's really...
It seems they had made this video just to revisit the hole, implying they didn't see it. With no further info and no available account, it seems likely that we'll never know what had been inside this hole.
All right, what I will say is I feel like because there was no follow-up video, even though this video seemed to have gotten some traction, that makes me feel like it's more real. Because if it were fake, they would have uploaded the video thinking and hoping that we get a lot of traction, a lot of comments and this and that. And then they would have made like follow-up videos and continue to do like scare videos and horror videos moving forward because it would have worked. Like their video would have done well, and had they known it was obviously a fake planned video, they would have continued to do more of those in the future, but they haven't. Their channel's taken down, the video is down, they're not trying to make more of them. It was like a one-off thing. And like who would ever make a one-off video that does well and then stop making videos? Like that doesn't make sense to me at all. Bro, I might not be able to sleep tonight. Like this is stressing me out. I don't have an explanation. I don't have it. I try to have explanations for how things could possibly happen. I don't. The only thing I can think of is like the video is edited and, you know, maybe someone got their hands on the video afterwards and then went into like Adobe After Effects and added it themselves. Here we go.
On a Friday night inside a retail store, an employee known as Don Rivas takes out his phone to record the following security footage. According to him, the person in this video was stealing merchandise, and he needed to keep an eye on him in case he kept stealing. But this isn't why he's recording. He's filming this because apparently there's something in this footage that's been freaking him out. Keep in mind that this incident took place in 2014, and it still scares him to this day. While carefully observing the thieving customer, he sees this.
2014 is so long ago that I don't even know if horror videos were a thing. Like, did anyone just make random horror videos? Like, was YouTube even around? Like, YouTube, I may have just been starting. My point is, like, there's no reason to fake a horror incident back in 2014 to try to become famous or popular, which I think adds a lot of validity to this video. On top of that, it's a security cam, which you're not really able to edit.
Look right here. Right here. Look, watch. What is that? What is that?
Yo,
And it's just
nah, I just got the chills, bro. Like, what? Yo!
It's there.
No!
And now it's not, bro. What is that? Bruh. What is that? What is that?
Dude, I'm freaked out, bro. It's like a little gremlin. Now, my question is, why would he ever go back into the security cam, though? Like, how would he even know to go back to look at that? Unless he saw it in person and then he went back, but so far it seems like he hasn't seen that thing in real life. And so, if he never saw it in person, how would he ever know to go back to the security cam to actually get this footage here? See, look, he still doesn't know.
Bruh.
He still doesn't...
What is that?
He doesn't know.
What the...
So why would he go back to the security cam? That's what's not adding up to me.
What is that?
Now there doesn't appear to be anything on this floor to explain what showed up, so whatever this was should not have been there. Even if this was just some merchandise he had set down on the floor, it wouldn't explain how it came into view.
I mean, it looks like
This
a
leg
baby,
doesn't move at
like
any
a little
point
baby.
to reveal it. The only thing moving here is this. It remains unknown as to what appeared in this footage, but whatever this was continues to spook Don Rivas to this day.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Also, I guess it could be like a lighting error because the ground was kind of a similar color. I don't know, bro. I'm not sure I would explain that. I thought there was going to be one more, but I guess that's the last one. Thing is, though, there's a ton of these videos. The YouTube channel Bizarre Bub has like 1,000 of these. So if you guys want me to react to more of these, let me know by leaving a like, subscribing if you're new, and click right here to watch another one.